Japan, the land of the rising sun. It's known for its rich culture, technological advancements, and picturesque landscapes. However, beneath the surface lies a darker side that few dare to explore. In this video, we'll delve into the 6 darkest secrets of Japan that'll leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about this fascinating country. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more eye-opening content. Secret number 6, Aokigahara Forest, the Suicide Forest. First up on our list of Japan's darkest secrets is the infamous Aokigahara Forest, also known as the Suicide Forest. This dense woodland, located at the base of Mount Fuji, is where hundreds of people have gone to end their lives over the years. It's said that the forest is haunted by the tortured souls of those who have died there, and visitors often report feeling an eerie presence watching them from the shadows. But what drives so many people to take their own lives in this particular spot? Some say it's the forest's association with ancient demons and spirits, while others point to Japan's high-pressure society and the stigma around mental health. Whatever the reason, Aokigahara has become a symbol of despair and tragedy, drawing in those who feel they have nowhere else to turn. Despite its dark reputation, the forest is actually quite beautiful, with lush greenery and stunning volcanic rock formations. But the countless signs and ribbons left by those searching for loved ones serve as a sobering reminder of the pain and loss that permeate this otherworldly landscape. Secret number 5, Unit 731, the horrors of human experimentation. Next up, we have one of the most horrifying chapters in Japan's history, Unit 731. This secret military facility, located in Japanese-occupied China during World War II, was the site of some of the most gruesome human experiments ever conducted. Under the guise of medical research, Japanese scientists subjected prisoners of war and civilians to unimaginable horrors. They infected them with diseases like plague and anthrax, performed vivisections without anesthesia, and even used them as live targets for weapons testing. The goal was to develop biological weapons that could be used against Japan's enemies, but the cost in human suffering was unimaginable. What's even more shocking is that after the war, the United States government granted immunity to the scientists involved in exchange for their research data. This means that the men responsible for these atrocities never faced justice for their crimes, and their victims' families never received any acknowledgement or compensation. Unit 731 is a stark reminder of the depths of human cruelty and the importance of holding these in power accountable for their actions. It's a dark stain on Japan's history that should never be forgotten. Secret number 4, the Yakuza, Japan's criminal underworld. Moving on to the more modern-day secret, let's talk about the Yakuza, Japan's infamous organized crime syndicate. These tattoo-covered gangsters are known for their involvement in everything from drug trafficking to prostitution. The Yakuza have often been romanticized in Japanese popular culture. Some even view them as modern-day samurai, adhering to a strict code of honor. However, the reality is far from glamorous, as the Yakuza's grip on Japanese society has led to corruption, violence, and a culture of fear. But what many people don't realize is that the Yakuza actually has a long and complex history that dates back centuries. They started out as groups of outcasts and gamblers who banded together for protection. But over time, they evolved into a powerful criminal enterprise with ties to politicians and businessmen. Despite their fearsome reputation, the Yakuza are also known for their surprising acts of charity, like providing aid to disaster-stricken areas and supporting local businesses. It's a strange contradiction that highlights the complex nature of Japan's underworld. In recent years, the Japanese government has cracked down on Yakuza activities, but the organization remains a powerful force in Japanese society. It's estimated that there are still over 25,000 active members across the country, with tentacles that reach into every corner of Japan's economy and politics. Secret number 3, the Burakumin, Japan's hidden caste. Next on our list of Japan's darkest secrets is a group of people that many outsiders have never even heard of, the Burakumin. These are the descendants of Japan's feudal-era outcasts who were forced to perform unclean jobs like butchering animals and handling the dead. Despite the fact that the caste system was officially abolished in the late 1800s, The Burakumin have continued to face discrimination and prejudice in Japanese society. They often live in segregated neighborhoods, struggle to find employment, and face harsh stigma from the mainstream population. What's even more shocking is that many Japanese people don't even know that the Burakumin exist. The government has gone to great lengths to erase this dark chapter of Japan's history from public consciousness, and discussing the topic is still considered taboo in many circles. But in recent years, activists have been working to raise awareness about the Burakumin and fight for their rights. They've lobbied for anti-discrimination laws, established support networks, and worked to educate the public about this hidden caste. The story of the Burakumin is a powerful reminder of how discrimination can persist even in a supposedly egalitarian society. It's a secret that Japan would rather keep hidden, but one that we must confront if we want to build a more just and equitable world. Secret number 2. The Curse of Otsuchi, a town haunted by tragedy. Our next secret takes us to the small coastal town of Otsuchi, which has been plagued by a series of tragedies that some believe are the result of a terrifying curse. It all started in 2011, when a massive earthquake and tsunami struck the region, killing over 1,000 people in Otsuchi alone. The town was devastated, with entire neighborhoods wiped off the map and countless families torn apart. But according to local legend, the disaster was just the latest in a long line of tragedies that have befallen Otsuchi. Some say the town is cursed by the vengeful spirits of those who died in a bloody samurai battle centuries ago, while others point to more recent events like a string of mysterious disappearances and unexplained accidents. Of course, skeptics argue that these stories are just the result of a traumatized community trying to make some sense of their grief. But for many in Otsuchi, the curse is all too real, a dark force that hangs over the town like a shadow, waiting to strike again. Secret number 1. The mandatory shutter sound on cameras. Our final secret is a bit of an oddity, but one that speaks volumes about Japan's cultural values and attitudes towards privacy. You see, in Japan, it's actually illegal to sell a smartphone or digital camera that doesn't make a loud shutter sound when you take a picture. The reason for this strange law dates back to the early 2000s, when there was a growing problem with people using hidden cameras to take inappropriate photos of women in public places. In response, the Japanese government passed a law requiring all camera-equipped devices to make a loud noise when a picture is taken, in order to alert potential victims and deter would-be creeps. On the surface, this might sound like a reasonable solution to a serious problem, but critics argue that the law is actually a violation of personal freedom and creative expression. After all, what if you're a photographer trying to capture a candid moment, or a journalist documenting a sensitive story? The mandatory shutter sound makes it nearly impossible to take a picture without drawing attention to yourself. There's also the question of whether the law is even effective at preventing voyeurism. In the age of silent smartphone apps and hidden cameras, it's easier than ever for criminals to circumvent the shutter sound requirement. At the end of the day, the debate over Japan's camera shutter law is a fascinating glimpse into the country's complex attitudes towards privacy, technology, and individual rights. It's a reminder that even the most seemingly mundane aspects of our lives can be shaped by broader cultural and political forces. From the haunting suicide forest to the Fukushima nuclear disaster cover-up, Japan's darkest secrets reveal a complex and often troubling side to this fascinating country. While Japan is renowned for its rich culture, technological advancements, and stunning landscapes, it's also important to acknowledge and confront the darker aspects of its history and society. By shining a light on these secrets, we can gain a deeper understanding of Japan's past and present and work towards building a more transparent, accountable, and compassionate future. It's only by confronting the darkness that we can truly appreciate the light. Thank you for watching this eye-opening exploration of Japan's darkest secrets. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below and join the conversation.